Seems that Nintendo still hasn't warned. There's whole Mario Maker debacle a year ago where you couldn't play with your friends online. But now Nintendo's doing the same thing, a similar thing, with save data on Animal Crossing. Okay, on Nintendo Switch you have these profiles you can have on there. It's not like the 3DS where yeah on the 3DS version it was one per copy, but you didn't really have profiles on your DS, 3DS. You can have, the DS was your personal system. I don't know about the Wii version, but I think as long as you had a separate, SD card, say in the GameCube version, you can have as many towns as you wanted as well. So, and you of course have the DS version, which of course you can have up to 4 people on one DS console. Say there's a 3DS version, but you can but the DS is meant to be a one-person console. You don't really sell a DS around. Okay, the Switch kind of like a Wii and every other console. You have to sell it with other people. Okay, I know you could be like, oh, you're sounding petty. Okay, you just don't want to sell your game with other people. Okay, but it's not selling your game. You have to sell your entire town. You only get one town per console. Okay, you know. And of course, we don't understand. It's the same thing with other games as well. Nintendo does the same thing with other games. You know, you have the Town Odyssey Life, which also only has one profile. Which, I wish that games like that, to probably, which makes me wonder if they have to make a Town Odyssey Life 2, that to make you only have one island, one game per one town or island or whatever. This is games based off island anyway, so one island per profile for console makes no sense. Okay, you know, like the DS, it made more sense. You had one. If you had, as long as you had multiple games, you could have different islands. But to get the towns, but your town was for your cartridge. Okay, the Switch is a much different console than the 3DS. It's like people just don't get that. Okay, the towns as well. You know, the Animal Crossing Wiki and the other games, you could have multiple towns. As long as you had different SD cards and stuff. The first Animal Crossing game for the GameCube one, you could have up to many towns as you want, as long as you got multiple SD cards. Which, if you had multiple SD cards, you had the game sold multiple SD cards, you could have as like 4 or 5 towns. It was the same thing in the GameCube, the Wii version as well. You could have multiple towns as long as you had more and more, SD cards. But on the Switch, you have profiles. And on every other game, you have your old save data, you have your old save profiles, even the worst games like Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you have different profiles, it's not like that, even on the worst games for the Switch. But of course, based off this review of information that's coming out, the sources that request New Horizons on how to save, now like a big old mess. Players can only make one island per Switch and create more user accounts. You have to have the Switch that's started on, with no transfers between consoles either. Yes, so if you break your Switch, or you want a new Switch, you have to transfer, you cannot transfer your game, okay? Everybody else, every other game will transfer, but Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing will transfer, okay? People all complain about Warcraft and stuff, Warcraft 3. Of course, people should have the right to complain about the game. The game is terrible, okay? Warcraft 3. But, of course, Nintendo's gonna be able to get away with this stuff because they're Nintendo. Because you have like 10 people going, oh, Nintendo, why are you criticizing Nintendo? But the thing is, I don't hate Nintendo, okay? I'm not the troll who criticizes Nintendo like I used to be, okay? I'm criticizing what they're doing with Animal Crossing because this is stuff, you know, that is proof that it's like Nintendo. It's like what you're doing with your games. You should be able to have both. If you have profiles, you should have different saves and towns based off your profiles. Even like old Xbox and PS2 games do this stuff. Okay, old Xbox games are better now than Animal Crossing New Horizons. Well, at least when it comes to save profiles. Okay, if you play, for example, one big example is Halo. Okay, it's a 360 game, the old with the Forge maps. You can make your own maps. If you had more than one profile, you can have your own maps. You didn't have to sell maps between profiles. Okay, or other examples include like Minecraft. You didn't have to sell one whole world, and yeah, it would ruin the whole point of the game, the whole point of the boat. Why would you want to sell the same maps on your profile? Okay, Animal Crossing is like, oh, we're not gonna do that. Okay, you know, and they can easily say, oh, you know, we can, and in other games you have save states for your own profiles. While honestly, in Minecraft, if you play on different profiles, you have different saves. And same thing with Luigi's Mansion 3. You have free saves, but if you play on a different profile, but there's no games that work around this. You have free saves per console. Like for example, Luigi's Mansion, you have if you have more than three accounts, you have to get a new game because you only have free save files, and some games are saved out to TD cartridges. But you only have multiple save profiles, okay? Animal Crossing does not have that, okay? And like Smash Bros, they have different. If you have, like for example, one person got the DLC characters, you can't play as the DLC characters on the other profiles, you know. And of course, Smash Bros is also saved to the cards. But there's some games that it's just why Nintendo, why Nintendo. Why can't we have more than one profile on Animal Crossing? Okay, and of course if you say, oh, you're just acting petty, you just need to get over it. Okay, you can only create one island per console. It has always, but it's and the save game has varied from console to console actually. Okay, as long as you had multiple SD cards, the Wii version and the GameCube version, you can have more than one game, town. Okay, you know So Animal Crossing is just, why are you doing this? Okay, some games is like what save. Okay, for it's different. Like for example, if it's say for example, if you make maps that's Bros, it's saved to the SD card. Okay, saved to the SD card. It's not really saved to your console. Okay, so if you play on the profile, the profile is the map is still there on if you on the other profiles. Okay, if you're on other profiles. Okay, I don't know if it's the same thing with DLC characters, but a lot of Nintendo games, you have one profile, save profile for player per person. Okay, this is just something stupid Nintendo's doing. Okay, there are poor decisions on Nintendo's part. Okay, the game will still sell millions of copies anyways. I don't think this will affect. But this could impact sales of future Nintendo consoles, because Nintendo makes stupid decisions like this. Okay, stupid decisions of online play. Of course, most people and the only problem with people who have to sell the copy, who have people, friends, or siblings who will say, "Hey, can I play my Animal Crossing game?" And ruin the whole accomplishment of your town, because they can mess with your town and ruin it. Okay, and you can, oh, you're just being petty. Okay, you can easily tell them, but what if they don't do it? They don't care. They can mess with your town. Your friend can mess with your town. Okay, and you can't play at your friend's profile. Okay, you can't your friend can't have your own profile and play on his, because Nintendo has to be petty and say, oh, you can only have one per console. But especially the whole sibling thing. Okay, if two people are playing, if two brothers or sisters are playing on one console, okay, the brother might want to ruin the sister's town. And considering you only have one town, and this game could cause a lot of fights. But of course, Nintendo doesn't care, okay? But apparently Nintendo cared so much about Rossetti scaring kids. But of course, Nintendo cared so much about kids, and why are they doing this decision, okay? Why don't we have more than one profile so kids don't fight over profiles in Animal Crossing? Okay, so this is just another stupid decision by Nintendo. Okay, another stupid decision. I'd like to see this here. People were there January 2020. January 2020 already passed. Okay, already passed. But this is another stupid decision by Nintendo. Okay, another very, very, very stupid decision. Okay, it's not bad. It's even worse than the Mario Maker online thing, where you couldn't play online with your friends. It makes no sense, and the quality thing has been that's been an issue. They want to prevent duplicating stuff and all that stuff. They say they might be considering reversing it. Okay, so Animal Crossing. Hopefully, Nintendo realizes that it takes like 2 minutes to make multiple profiles on the console. It doesn't take that long of development time, and maybe Animal Crossing New Horizons will be a much better experience for everybody. That's basically it. Goodbye.